welcome to another one. Today we're doing a status video. So I'm going to tell you what's happening with the old habits that I'm deleting, the new habits that I'm adopting, and later these videos are going to progress into like goal setting and goal reports. For now, goals are a little more vague, and it's about the habits, about building who I want to be, and specifically we are doing this. Why? Because the results that I'm getting, that I've been getting for a long time, is results that I haven't wanted. It's not the life that I want to be living, and we are seeing together how I'm changing this life. Now, I'm a professional. I've done this twice before in my past. I did this once when I was 12, kind of intuitively, and I did this again, changed my whole identity upside down. Not upside down, but like fucking changed cover to cover, so to speak. That's not an expression, but whatever. Again, when I was 22. And it's because the results that I was getting, I was dissatisfied with. I was not happy with who I was, with what I was experiencing. And this time I'm doing it again. I found it necessary to change my life. And for those of you that haven't followed the rest of the videos, that don't know what's been going on, the main thing is this. I once, about 10 years ago, I started a journey to have more success in dating, to find better connection to women. And I achieved that goal rather quickly, and that was when I was 22, and then I started coaching people on that, and that's what I do today, by the way. If you want to work with me, link is in the description. And after I had attained all the crazy shit that could ever be attained with women, and I got stories, man, I kind of fell off. I went into depression, and I wanted nothing to do with the domain, and I had a terrible relationship with the subject women in my life, and terrible relationships with women. And now I've decided to go back to like open my heart up and like create, like find the same success again, and find my next step when it comes to relationships. And so I'm coaching myself kind of from the beginning, but because I've done it before, I know what to expect. I know the map, and because it's an identity level change, which is what I would recommend to you, it is foundational. It is really from the ground up. So what we're doing is we're effectively changing who I am, because the results that you want to get with women and in life in general, which is, by the way, like the holistic view of looking at things, they come from who you are, not from what you do, because what you do come from who you are. Specifically, what happens is I wake up this morning in my bed as myself. What do you know? It's not very hard to be myself, because I've been myself for a very long time. It is not very hard because I run pretty much everything, pretty much 90% of my actions and thoughts on autopilot. Now, these autopilot actions and thoughts, this is not quite what I want, because the results I'm getting, I'm not very happy with. So how do we change this? We need to change the identity, which means we need to identify all the things that run on autopilot, start becoming conscious of them, start becoming the pilot, and then once we have run the new habits that we want as the conscious pilot, they can slip into autopilot, and then we can relax and coast, and we've reached escape velocity. We've reached orbit, so to speak. But the previous stage is escape velocity. The previous stage is being aware of what you're doing and like putting down the force so that you can reach orbit, right? Let me explain this again, just to make sure that you got it, to make sure that I communicated it perfectly. There's 2 stages to that. Technically 3. The first stage is becoming aware of what's going on. The second stage is putting effort into changing. And the third stage is coasting, because now you've changed. So I guess the second stage is the rocket going up. And then the third stage is the rocket, or the payload, having reached orbit, and now you don't need a lot of energy to be there. You just, in the same way that I woke up today as being me, once the process is done, again, I'll wake up in my bed being the new me. So what are we working with here? And I like these videos, by the way, and I'll keep going with them, the update videos. There's a channel that I used to watch back in the day. It was called Project Life Mastery by Stephen James Pilarinos, right, a fellow Greek. And And he was very transparent about his goals. And yeah, I feel that's pretty cool because that's, you know, that's putting it out in the universe, feeling that you're accountable to you that's watching me. And also kind of like hearing it from my own mouth so that, you know, once you speak it, you know, something changes. Or maybe once you put pen to paper, something changes. These material things are kind of important. These rituals are important. So today we're going to talk about my 4 vices, and the cooler part is the positive habits that I am setting, and give you a little bit of an idea of where I'm at. So number 1 vice is smoking weed. And I'm pleased to report that I have not been smoking any weed. However, it doesn't make much of a difference because I don't anymore smoke weed as a habit. I'm not really addicted to weed. I'm not really addicted to anything, save for one of the next vices that we're going to talk about. But generally, I feel like there is one thing that I wanted to say here, that a few weeks ago, I had a session where I smoked with a couple of friends. And it's not the smoking per se that's the issue. The issue is that on that day, I woke up feeling like today I'm going to escape. Today I'm not going to be who I'm supposed to be. I'm not going to work on my new identity. Today I'm not going to put significant effort into who I want to become. And the moment you say this, whether or not you smoke after this is kind of like not that important, because the whole point is showing up as the guy. Also, kind of a side point here is that I want my identity to be that of the guy who can indulge once in a blue moon. Because I think if you can do it, the once in a blue moon guy, I think he's got a little bit of a better time in life than the never guy. And I believe we're here on earth to for sure learn the lessons, but also to create the relationships, to experience love, to help other people and be helped by other people, and to have a good time and to enjoy our time here. So yeah, I think that's kind of important. So what I'm going to say is this. The times that I'm smoking, they're becoming more like fewer and further between. And I'm not really interested in smoking, but if I do smoke here and there, as long as it is less and less and less frequent generally, I'm not going to make a big deal out of this. Generally, addictions, the more attention you give them, the worse they get. So that's kind of like my take on weed and this vice. It's not keeping me from anything. It's not frequent. I'm not addicted. I'm happy to indulge like once in a blue moon, and this once in a blue moon is now like a once a month type situation. Maybe later it's gonna be once every few months, maybe once a year. This is kind of like the state of things, and I'm pretty happy with it. So it's number 1. Number 2 is masturbation, jerking off. We're solid here as well. Like, I feel like this is a vice that, again, I have completely under control. There's one thing that I want to say here, which is, bro, if you're doing this, if you're jerking your weenie, beating your meat every day, or like multiple times a day, or like frequently, you don't get it, but you lose so much potency from like talking to women. The way that you talk to girls, it's just like, it's not the same dude behind the eyes. It's very different. There's not much more that I can say on this. So it's kind of on you to experiment and figure it out. And I know that it is hard, and specifically with all vices, it's hard, because the reason why we have the vices is so that we escape the momentary feeling that we're feeling right now currently, which is that of pain, dread, existential dread, all the guilt and fear and all these bad emotions that the life that you currently live yields. But at the same time, this pain is so necessary to feel if you are ever to escape that life. So the process is, and we're gonna take a little bit of a side tangent here, the process is you sit down, the moment there's silence, there's no cigarettes, there's no YouTube in the background, there's no, music videos playing on the screen, and it's just you and your thoughts and your feelings. By default, you are used to having really negative feelings and thoughts, and it's not pleasant to be you. So what you're doing is immediately, and we're talking like milliseconds, you'll find the next thing. You're reaching for the phone, or you're going to turn on the TV, or you're going to roll up a joint. There's going to be something that's going to take you away from that feeling. Now, if by some miracle of God you decide to not do that and stay with the feeling, then you're going to feel terrible. And this feeling terrible is exactly the thing that we need to start motivating you to changing that baseline default feeling. So, like I've said before, it's essential that you stop all vices because they're going to give you enough time and enough pain to have all the ingredients that you need to make a change, to create transformation in your life. And of course, putting yourself in the right environments, putting yourself around the right people, it also tends to work. So now we have vice number 1, vice number 2 taken care of. We are fucking solid. Vice number 3 is food, my guy. Here's our status quo with food right now. I have curtailed my sugar addiction. How do I know that? I've been addicted to sugar, and this is my worst addiction by far, since I was a little kid. Suffice to say, our society feeds us sugar by the fucking spoon. And yeah, man, I didn't have a great time with quitting sugar. A few weeks ago, I was feeling this existential dread, this terrible feeling of being myself by default. And I knew that the way out of it was to eat sugar. However, I had already committed to not eating any more sugar. So I sat with it. I had to withstand the fucking impact. And I did. I took a bike ride and I was like, oh my God, I really want fucking sugar. I will kill myself. Okay, not really kill myself, but I wasn't happy. But I did it. I put significant effort into it. And next thing you know, okay, I had some sugar here and there just like I decided to indulge, but it was a long time after that day. And I feel like because I put in some significant effort into resisting the feeling, resisting the urge, and coming out as a winner, getting the W out of that situation, now it's a lot easier for me to resist sugar. So yeah, I had a couple of desserts when I moved cities, because I didn't move, but like I came from Berlin to Greece for a month. And now, yeah, I had a bunch of desserts for a couple of days, and now I'm back to normal, and I don't want any sugar and don't need any sugar, and I'm completely fine, and I'm very proud of that, and it's amazing. There's one more thing that's helping me that's going to be a part of the good habits part of the video coming up later that is incredibly significant in this, I feel. So the other thing about nutrition, the other thing about food is that not only do I eat sugar, but I also overeat. Like I eat way too many calories. I move a lot because I walk a lot and I bike a lot, so you don't see it on me. But there's a lot of turnover here. There's like a lot of food passing through, a lot of calories passing through the system. So what we're doing here is we're cutting the calories to 2,200 calories per day, so that this aligns with my goal of shredding a little bit now, which is the next step in bodybuilding, which we're going to talk about in a second as well. And I'm pleased to say that this was the effort for last week. I'm pleased to say that we've been doing it, and it's been working. No sugar and 2,200 calories a day. So there's no escaping through eating a bunch of food. And yeah, I admire this part of being the new me. It's fucking epic. I'm putting my intake of food under control, and this gives me strength and self-esteem as well. And yeah, you can already see some results in my body, ironically enough, because the moment you make a change, your body kind of immediately responds, and then like it keeps responding gradually towards whatever goal it is. So 3 out of 4 vices are under control. The last one is content consumption, which is, for me, it's YouTube and Instagram. So we have, what's going on? What's going on here? Well, I have had times, so I'm at 50-50. I'm at 50-50. I've had times where I am kind of like indulging, turning on like some YouTube videos and watching them, scrolling on Instagram. But same time, I have had times where the urge was there. I was like, you know what? No. And I ate my bland food next to silence. And it was okay. I sat with the pain. And I feel like every time I keep doing, the more I keep sitting with the pain, the more I befriend it. So, bro, it's the beginning that is the hardest. But the more you do it, the more you persist, I guarantee you, you're stronger than the demons. This is true. For sure, for every one of us. It's all an illusion. So, I feel like vices are under control. And also, I still want to indulge a little bit and consume a little content because I am, after all, a content creator, and I want to have like my finger on the pulse a little bit, see what's out there, get some ideas. So there's that. Now let's jump to the opposite side of the equation, which is the habits that I'm building. So you see here what's happening. I'm resisting the old me and I'm replacing it with the new me. And the best way to do that is to have an anchor point, which is the first thing I want to say about this, about the good habits, the positive habits that you're implementing, which the anchor point is something, it could be something very simple, bro. Like it could be like some kind of ritual that you do every day that you didn't used to do as the old you, but it's the symbol that now you're starting to become the new version of you. And that ritual could be something as simple as like the sign of the cross if you're religious, or it could be a 1-minute meditation. And maybe if you're starting, it doesn't have to be like a 20-minute meditation. Make it very simple so that you can do it every day. Why? Because you know that every day, at least there's going to be 30 seconds in every day from now on until like infinity. I don't even think of that because that can be daunting. It's just like, just think of like just every day, just like for now, every day. That's like the best way to put it. For now is going to be every day. Every day, there's going to be 30 seconds of you being the new version of you. And maybe the rest of the day, you're still the old you, but that's your foot in the door. That is the part that signifies that, okay, at least for a very tiny fraction of every of my days, I am a new me. And since you have your foot in the door, slowly you can like open the gap and make the transition. Now, for me, that's my morning ritual, which is fucking amazing. My morning ritual consists of a meditation, and I'm doing the whole Joe Dispenza thing, which is basically, it's not crazy shit. It's just figuring out what the things are that I automatically do as the old me. Automatically think, automatically say, automatically feel. What triggers me, like becoming aware of it, because it's already here, like it is running me anyway. And once I'm aware of it, start to replace it with the new cool shit, like the thoughts I want to be thinking and the feelings I want to be feeling, like fairly simple shit. And this process has 4 parts. And up until the 3rd part, it's the stuff that is about identifying the old emotions and starting to kind of like curtail it and stop it and like become aware of it. And this week, in my case, is about specifically learning the 3rd step out of 4. Now, the 3rd step, like the first 3 steps are cool, and like I'm gonna be proficient with the 3rd step this week. This is one of the goals. This is one of the new habits that I'm doing, which is specifically figuring out what limiting thoughts and limiting behaviors I exhibit on a day-to-day basis, both in the morning when I'm thinking about all this stuff, when I'm contemplating, but also throughout my whole day, like just catching myself. And this is super exciting. Why? Because the 4th and final bit of the whole process is the part where I'm starting to construct shit with my brain, where it's like, Okay, cool. We're aware, we're becoming aware, we're working on it, but now we're also thinking about what I want to have. It's like the future. It's like the R8 that I want, like all the crazy shit that I want to build, I want to have for my life. And that's the exciting part. And I can't wait to get to the part where every day I'm thinking about the epic shit that I have and feeling how I'm going to be feeling when I have it, which is already now in a way. Okay, that sounds completely crazy. It's not exactly that, but the point is I'm very excited for the last part. It sounded crazy. Fucking, I know it does. Bear with me for now and I'll explain more later. In fact, a lot of shit, when that starts working, there's a lot of synchronicities that happen as well. And a lot of shit tends to start working. So stay tuned and I will report back and I will explain everything. Okay, so don't worry about that. Now, the other part about my morning ritual, which is taking care of my emotions, my connection to the divine, and my grounding in who I am and who I'm becoming. The other thing is that the meat and potatoes of that is meditation. And meditation, the other thing it does is that it reinforces your frontal lobe. It gives you more gray matter. Because of that, all the vices, all the habits, all the willpower is starting to work a little bit more. So, granted, I've been meditating for 3 months straight, solid, every day. But at the same time, I've also had like a bunch of meditation experience. I've done retreats and whatnot. And yeah, okay, fair enough. I have a lot of experience with that, but I think it's working. I think it's really helping me have a little bit more willpower. And all these things, the not having to jerk off, not just wasting hours on looking at content every day, being able to resist that, being able to resist the chocolate, being able to be happy with 2,200 calories. A side product of the meditation is that. So everything kind of synergizes. So that's my morning ritual. So far, so good. What's next? Next thing is the work, which is the central part of this week. This week, I am focusing specifically on that. I'm focusing specifically on creating discipline in being the guy who can sit down and have a set block to work. And bro, if I'm done with work before the block is over, I just will be there staring at the wall. I've dreaded this since I was a kid. I've resisted this with all my might. And it's the one thing that I've never wanted to do. And I think it's the one thing that will make me as successful as possible. It's make me successful as fuck. And it's the ability to sit down, focus, ground my focus, like gather my focus, put it on work, and not get up for 4 hours. And 4 hours is not crazy. The day has 24. I can fucking afford 4. I fear this and I want this unconsciously to not happen no matter what. I will find ways to escape from it. So this week is specifically about that. It's specifically about creating that little bubble that is for me and for me alone. And it's holy. It's fucking... There's sanctity in it and it needs to be kept. So, and I need to orchestrate things around it. So I need to be able to go to bed at a certain time to make that happen. So this is going to be my focus this week. I'm going to cultivate this. I'm going to cultivate this identity of a disciplined man to sit down and create this. And with that comes what? Obviously continuing these talking head videos because I enjoy the shit out of them and they're educational for you. I share parts of myself and then I share parts of my knowledge as well, which, yeah, this video is about me, but most of my videos are about tactics, tricks, strategies and all that stuff, specifically towards creating relationships with women. If you want to get your personal 10 out of 10, that type of stuff. And on top of that, I'm going to start figuring out what else I'm going to do with my 4 hours. And I'm thinking, let's jump back into Instagram as well and create things, create videos, create content that I'm really excited for and that I really fucking enjoy making and posting. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be about personal growth and dating. That's my Instagram content. If you don't know it already, just jump on Instagram, you'll find me. Now, that is a fucking boundary. We're working on that for sure. That's going to be next week. Next habit, working out. Working out, we're doing very well, as a matter of fact. Actually, yeah, let's get working out of the way because it's the easiest one. This week I'm working out a client as well, which I'm very excited for, which I'm starting to incorporate in my business as well. Not only teaching dating, but also teaching, like, you know, how to build the physique that accompanies that, because it's part of the whole game. Like, I want to be able to include all of it. I want to be able to help you really hone in on everything that will help you get the girl that you want, and your physique is part of it. And I'm intimately familiar with how to build it, how to eat, how to treat your body, what supplementation you need to get, how to create the exercise plan that you need in order to look a certain way, to feel a certain way, to attract the woman that you want. And I'm in an amazing fucking position for that, because my nutrition is good. Like, not only good, it's fucking super on point. Protein is on point, calories are on point, supplementation is on point. I have a different video on what supplements I get as well. You can watch it here. And my body's aligned now. Like, I've taken care of all the issues that I had, the myoskeletal issues that were preventing me from working out correctly. So I'm in an incredible position to fucking skyrocket right now. I know exactly how to train, and I have the means to do it. So let's fucking go. I'm excited for it. I was gonna catch a leg day today, but evidently my gym shuts down at 7 p.m. on a Sunday. God fucking knows why. But so leg day is gonna have to wait until tomorrow. But other than that, very happy with how I'm working out and where this is going. So we're good there. And I jumped back in the gym a couple of videos ago. I told you about this, and I've had a couple of incredible sessions. Like, routine, we're fucking solid. So the fourth and final habit is women. It's like approaching girls, finding connection, and bro, I love that I've done this one before, and I can tell you about it, and I know what to expect, because a couple of videos back, I told you that I was really frustrated as fuck, because a couple of days in a row, nothing I did worked. I couldn't find connection to any girl. My emotions were in the gutter. My energy was terrible. And obviously, being a coach, I know that this is simply a matter of persevering through it. And once you break through that plateau, then you advance to the next level, which is what happened. So again, I'm on the up. I feel like, and not only do I feel like it's also happening, that every girl I approach, she's really happy to engage with me. Like, okay, that's not 100% batting average, but really it's like, my experience is like, okay, I have a foundational certainty that, like, whatever girl I approach is going to be happy to engage with me, and it's going to be fine. And so it has been happening. Yesterday, I approached a girl at this bus station, and we had a short chat, and it was a really nice vibe. And she invited me to this bar, to which, like, she kept texting me photos, like, when are you coming? Like, I miss you already and shit. I'm like, do you miss me? And then, you know, I get there a couple hours later, and she's already at home, like, all sad that I never showed up. And then I text her a picture with a different girl who I just simply found there. And okay, that might be cooked, because she might think that I'm trying to make her jealous or anything, or something. But I mean, she's still texting me, so we'll see where that goes. And today, again, I met another amazing girl. She's a lawyer in her 20s, beautiful girl, and great vibe. And exchange numbers. Probably gonna take her out on a date a couple of days later. We'll see. I'll keep you posted on all that. And all the girls that I was telling you about a couple of videos ago that started falling off. Yeah, that's not entirely sure. So we'll figure it out. We're basically like back on top right now, and I have security in my game. I have security that I can go out the door and then come back a couple hours later with a solid number in my phone, a girl that is super smoking hot, beautiful girl inside and out, quality woman that also vibes with me, wants to connect with me, and is available and definitely wants to take this to explore this with me. So, of course, we don't know where I'm going to take it. Am I going to take it to like the, you know, like orchestrating crazy rockstar shit? Or am I going to take it to, okay, I found the next girl who I'm going to spend like 4 years with or like a lifetime with? We don't know. But fact is that there is power in having confidence in your skills. And today, I feel that 100%. Now, if you made it to the end of this video, it's over 30 minutes. Thank you for watching. You're a champion. I like having you with me. Hit the subscribe button. Leave me a like, because it helps because it helps me. And I will see you in the next one. And you see what's basically happening here. You see what we're doing here. It's very simple. We are pruning away all the fucking habits that didn't serve me. All the fucking like smoking weed on my own and like doing nothing and not being social and eating a bunch of crap that makes no sense. It's like momentary dopamine, momentary satisfaction, and like leaves me empty after and fat. And replacing them with being social. Like I remember yesterday, I was reluctant to go to the bar and nothing really happened. I didn't get any numbers or anything, but I'm happy that I did. Like, it took some overcoming to get there, but it's so much better that I did the overcoming. I put another deposit in the investment of the new identity, the new me. And very happy and proud that I did. So you see what's happening. Like, we're pruning away the old, installing the new little by little, like every day a little grind, every day chipping away at it. So this is kind of how it works. And it's making me very happy. So with that said, thanks for watching the video. Leave me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.